Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Eddie, and the end of the season brings another round of reviews. So yeah, you remember last season? I think it was last season. I was saying, what shows are there next season? Like, I can't find any shows next season that look interesting. And I was just complaining, going, oh, what am I going to watch next season? There's nothing to watch. Well, looks like I was completely wrong, because this season we had a brand new show. Well, several brand new shows, actually. But one show I liked really in particular, Mieruko-Chan. Ugh, I messed that. Mieruko-Chan, or The Girl Who Sees. And, oh boy, it was really interesting, because basically, if you're watching this video, you probably know what it's about. Honestly, if you haven't seen Mieruko-Chan already, please go do so. There's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video, and it's just a really good anime. So if you haven't watched it already, then what are you doing? Please go watch Mieruko-Chan. It's really good. So Mieruko-Chan basically sees these ghosts randomly starts seeing these ghosts for one reason, and I think we still haven't figured it out in the manga yet, because I think it's still ongoing. I don't know. I haven't really read the manga, so I can't possibly say. But yeah, in episode 1, Miko, who, by the way, I just want to say, Miko is probably the best girl of the season. She's selfless. She's not just cute. By the way, am I the only one that thinks Miko looks kind of like Grace from Vivi Flora Ice Song? Maybe not as tragic of a tale, but eh. Not only is Miko pretty good, but so is her mom. I'm just gonna leave that out there. But all that aside, actually, before I move on, I feel like it's really interesting because I'm also watching Komisan right now. Well, it'll probably be over by the time the video goes up, but I'm watching Komisan, and does anyone else find it really interesting that Komisan also deals with this girl, right? Somewhat introverted, has a younger brother, and has a really nice mom. Oh, also, the dad has glasses. I mean, Miko's dad is, as we see in episode 4, I think. We revealed in episode 4, her father is dead, and that was just that was just really heart-wrenching. That's what I really love about this show, though, honestly. We see in episode 1, throughout the entire show, we get so many, wholesome moments. The show can go from feeling terrifying, it can go from feeling terrifying to wholesome to just, horny with the fan service to, really, just really terrifying down again. I feel like this was best shown in episode 8, where basically we get to see the fan service. Okay, first off, it's really funny because Miko's being haunted by a ghost and she's trying to buy a dress, and then it's terrifying because the axe-wielding ghost, the whole the deal with the teacher going on maternity leave. We thought that ghost thing was going to be some malicious spirit, but no, it was the baby and it just hanging around her mom. That was so sweet. And it's terrifying again when Zentoro is a really interesting guy. Zentoro shows up at the class. As I said, Zentoro, just really interesting dude. But yeah, I'm not really going to get into a summary and all, but it was just a really good show. As I said, you had all the fan service, the horny, ha, very nice, but it was done well. It was done comedically. Like the whole bath scene. I think there's a few images on rule34.com of the actual the bath scene, but with actual private parts included. I'm not really going to talk about that though. But yeah, we had the fan service, but we also had lots of wholesome moments. Just the whole deal with the dad, the whole deal with the guy. The interesting thing about Zentoro, he was used for initially it was, oh god, this dude. His entire character is basically a massive signal of don't judge a book by its cover. Initially, don't judge a book by its cover. He might be good looking, but he's got a bunch of nasty spirits by him. Don't judge a book by its cover, because turns out he's not the cat murderer. The spirit's behind him. But it's also don't judge a book by its cover, because apparently he killed the guy. I mean, that cat murderer, he totally had it coming, because I assume he got killed. I assume Zen killed the guy. And I mean, he totally had it coming, but the fact that Zen did it is still kind of scary, honestly. Zen, interesting guy. Honestly, I feel like the motto, or not the motto, the phrase should be updated to don't judge a book until you finish the last page. Because this guy is an absolute roller coaster. As for the characters, and speaking of Zen, all the characters are really good. Again, we have people like Miko, who she's selfless. She's just super cute. Just look at her. Look at her. I mean, she does so much to like help and protect people. Like a lot of the arcs revolving around Miko and Hana is basically revolves around trying to protect Hana from the spirits. Although honestly, I do kind of find it debatable whether Hana even needs protection from the spirits, because I mean, if she can't see them, you know. But that's beside the point. Speaking of which, you know how Hana has like a special aura around her that like fries ghosts, right? If that's the case, how did this happen? Just asking. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, a lot of it revolves around her trying to like protect Hana from getting involved with the ghosts. Or, you know, also Yulia. She also tries to help Yulia, stop Yulia from like talking about the ghosts too much because she's worried, and Yulia like misunderstands that. By the way, that image of Yulia getting choked is just absolutely hilarious. I love it. Not to mention, here's another example of Miko being like really selfless. She gives up her third and final protection act to save Zentoro from the spirit of his mom, you know, all that stuff. We have Miko, I don't know, Miko's just a great girl overall. I really like Miko. We also have Miko's brother. We haven't seen him too much, but again, he's got those genes. He's trying to look after his sister, though just like Yulia, he does come across a few misunderstandings with his sister. Honestly, I thought that was really funny. Like, I honestly enjoyed the brothers' misunderstandings more than I enjoyed Yulia's, because even though I really like Yulia, it just, you know, the brothers' misunderstandings were just so much funnier, honestly. Just, you know, he thinks, oh, my sister's a boyfriend. Honestly, I wish they would keep up that for, like, longer. Like, I wish they would keep those misunderstandings up for longer, because that's comedy. Hana's also really cool. Hana's, I guess, the deuteragonist? Is that how you say it? Hana would arguably be the deuteragonist of the story. Hana is freaking adorable. Okay, I mean, okay, I guess they all are to a degree, but Hana, and yeah, okay, they all are to it. They all are. They're all adorable. But Hana is freaking adorable. She's, I don't want to call her the damsel in distress, but, I mean, she kind of is. From Miko's point of view, exactly. From her point of view, she's oblivious to all this. She's just like, oh, I'm living life. Why am I so hungry? I want to eat more, you know? Now, I'm not saying that Hana's just some weakling that, like, can't do anything. I mean, she's not exactly the fastest runner, but that's not to say Hana's weak. Hana can do some pretty awesome things. Like, remember when she saves the dog for the kid? See, that's Hana. And Yulia, I really liked Yulia. Honestly, the whole plot of Yulia, like, misunderstanding everything, it is kind of starting to get a bit annoying at this point. I kind of wish they would, like, you know, like, finally get Miko to somehow tell Yulia and, like, for all the misunderstandings to be cleared up. But with all that being said, Yulia is also one of my favorite characters. It also helps that she's voiced by Ayane Sakura. Yotsuba. It's just, I recognize that voice anywhere. Haganai, this show, it's a pretty stupid show. It's a dumb show, but I remember watching it. I watched it pretty recently. I'm not going to do a review on it that though, because it's just, I feel like it's just too... Well, I have my reasons, but partially because I'm too lazy to do a review on it. Maybe I will someday, maybe I won't. Honestly, I don't know. No promises are made. But I remember the scene in season 1 where this girl's just walking by and she's like, oh, it was just literally just an extra. And she's like, oh, how's it going? And I'm like, was that freaking Ayane Sakura? Because I recognize that Yotsuba voice anywhere. And I looked up Ayane Sakura's, like, not credentials, but, like, all the work she did. And yes, she did. She is that random girl. I just thought that was so cool. Ayane Sakura is in Haganai. Yotsuba, because that's just who she is to me at this point. She's Yotsuba. Yotsuba's in Haganai. That is so cool. Yotsuba's in, like... And this is before she was famous. I feel like I'm getting sidetracked, though. But yeah, Yulia's super awesome. She's super cute as well. I mean, I guess I could say this to pretty much every character in Mieruko-Chan. Maybe not the ghosts. Okay, maybe not everyone. But, like... But yeah, just Yulia, super cute. I really like her. I really enjoy her. I like her character, and I just like the energy she gives off. She's, like, super excited for everything. She's really not what I expected. I expected Yulia to be more like a brat, like a bit of a tsundere girl. She's like, ugh, I'm so much better than everyone else. That's what I thought she would be, and I was pleasantly surprised to find out that no, she's not. She's just super. I don't want to say chill, but she's super, like, excited. I mean, she's a bit eccentric, but she's a good girl. I really like Yulia. And yeah, there's so many side characters I found super cool, like the thug looking, the yakuza looking dude, the guy who just loves cats. Like, just that guy is just so wholesome. I love that guy. Honestly, I would pay to see a show of just that guy and his adventures as well, because that guy seems like an awesome dude as well. Don't judge a book by his cover. He's a great man. We have, but yeah, there's so many other side characters. Like, remember that one girl, that one guy and the girl that were just like, that were apparently horrible people because they just had a bunch of ghosts around them. And Miko's just like, they're a match made in heaven. We have the ghosts themselves. Remember Miko going to like the, what do you call it? The haunted house? Yeah, overall, and just the ghosts, it's funny how the ghosts aren't even necessarily the focus. Oh, remember the grandma? The grandma that like manages to open the safe because of like Miko being around there and like just telling her like the numbers. Honestly, this show, it was just so good. It was just so wholesome. It was scary, but it's scary, wholesome. It's got the horny moments. It's just everything a show. It's like how should I put this show? It's relaxing. It's a very relaxing show. It's not, how would I put it? It's not like a show that's got like action pumping through its veins like Vivi or like Astro Lost in Space. It's not. It's more an episodic. It's more episodic, kind of like Kaguya-sama. It's very relaxing. It might be scary at times, but I would say this is just one of like. There are no problems with this anime. That's what I'm gonna say. There are no problems with this anime. It's wholesome. It's cute. It's kind of horny. It's kind of scary, but overall, just a really good show. The ghost designs are so creative, and I really love how they infused native Japanese mythology with the show itself. That really gives it its like own special identity. It helps it stand out. It's just really good. You got Miko covering up for Hana misunderstanding everything, Yulia also misunderstanding everything. Everyone just thinks Yulia, even though she's like the only one like who can also see ghosts apparently. It's just really nice. The godmother. I honestly wonder if she's gonna make a comeback. By the way, who's the one that sent the godmother the picture of Miko and Hana right there? I wonder who that is. I really hope the show gets I think it is getting a season 2. Overall, it's a show I really loved. It was just really fun. Like the native Japanese mythology, the ghosts, Miko just, in the first couple episodes, just desperately trying to avoid them before eventually just coming to terms with the fact that, she can see the ghosts. And you know what? It's not necessarily a bad thing. She helped people get out of horrible situations because of that power. She's special, And overall, and despite all that, just life still goes on. It's a really good show. And honestly, I do hope that there is more explanation on why Miko's able to see all these things someday. Oh, one final thing I do want to talk about is the soundtrack. I don't think the soundtrack was like super. It wasn't like Vivi or Astro levels of memorableness, but it was good. It did its job. What is impressive though is the outro. I mean, and the intro is great. Don't get me wrong. The intro is great too. I'm not saying it's bad. And I liked it. The intro is really good, but what really stood out to me was the outro. That freaking outro is just the visuals, the music, just the singing. It's just so good. Miko's VA did a really good job, honestly. Like in singing both the opening and the ending. Just the ED. I really love that ED. It's one of my favorite. I think it's one of my favorite EDs of all time. In all honesty, it was that good. Like the ED really, and the lyrics too. If you really listen to the lyrics, it's sung by Miko's VA, but I think it's told from the viewpoint of the ghosts, whereas the OP is sung by Miko's VA and told from Miko's viewpoint. But yeah, that's all there is for this video, folks. I hope y'all enjoyed it, because honestly, I did too. And that is that. If y'all enjoyed this video, folks, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on what you liked about the anime, what you thought of it, that kind of stuff. And yeah, that is that. I don't really have anything more to say. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, folks. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, because I really did. I mean, if I didn't, I probably wouldn't be making a video on it. But yeah, that's that. Really, Mieruko-San, one of the most entertaining animes I saw this season. I really liked it, so yeah, that's all I have to really say for it. Anyhow, the sky's up, and there's probably a ghost around my shoulder watching here. But I don't have Miko vision, so I guess I'll never really know. Well, yeah, that's that. See ya, folks!